And we are back for another episode of the TWC Show. It's your boy, the Rustin Classic Justin, along with Rain City Toys RV in the house. What's going on? We're not doing this in person because our friend Gru from the UK distracted us and made us take him to an Indian restaurant in Surrey. But we're here doing this virtually now, so we have an episode this week.
And a lake I've never seen that's like 10 minutes from my house.
That you saw your own friends at that you used to work with, and they're like, "What? You never come here? That's wild." We were gonna do a whole episode of Mariah May last week, but since we're not doing that today, and we're not doing that right now, we're just gonna briefly talk about what we discovered today, and it's her new name. It will be now longer. It will no longer be Mariah May. It is now Blake Monroe. I think the Monroe part is pretty obvious. It's a play on Marilyn Monroe. Given her character the glamour, she gives that vibe. And for those that don't know, her niece's name is Blake, her brother's kid.
Is that a real name? Blake Monroe?
Yeah. So her new name on NXT, they showed it to it's Blake Monroe. No, and some people are like, "Oh, Blake, it sounds like such a guy's name," but it's her niece's name that I just think of like Blake Lively and stuff like that. So I think it's fine. I think we're going. I mean, obviously, like to me, she'll always be Mariah May. But in the WWE system, she'll now be Blake Monroe, and we've seen it before where people get new names, and we're all like, "Oh, that sucks," and then we just get used to it.
I have absolutely no opinion on her name change. I'm okay with it. It doesn't bother.
She's still the glamour. She's still her same character. The vignette was cool. It's like NXT just went off the air right now, and my takeaway from it is that it's very sweet of her to, use her niece's name as her first name, and the Monroe part makes sense. Could have been something else. People are like, "Oh, could have been like Mariah Monroe or something," but it's just like, I don't know. WWE wants to own the name. They want to own the character.
You want a Justin Monroe, right?
No, I don't want Justin Monroe. Justine Monroe. No, I did not. But we'll do a full Mariah episode next week or something where I show you guys the Mariah May story, how we met, our friendship, and how happy and excited I am for her with everything that she's doing. Some other big events. We're trying to keep this quick. Do you want to talk about Money in the Bank? Or how do you feel about the pay-per-view?
Money in the Bank. Well, we watched it together.
Yeah, just highlights. Like, how do you feel? The winners once again were Naomi, and for the men it was Seth Rollins.
So I told you Naomi was going to win. You were really set on Roxanne? Yeah,
listen. When it came to the women's Money in the Bank, I feel like that one was harder to predict. Generally, Naomi was your pick. Yeah. I didn't think Roxanne was I didn't really think anybody was gonna win, but I was rooting for Roxanne.
Yeah, I mean, I was happy to see Naomi win. I think her character development's been on point. So, and I think it'll go with the storyline with Jade and her and Bianca. There'll be some sort of there.
And honestly, let me just double check something. But honestly, it doesn't bother me at all because I feel like it's very long overdue. My audio was probably weird for the first bit there. It wasn't going through the mic. Huh?
You sound so different. What happened?
Yeah, the audio was fucked up. That was my computer audio before.
You're like Molly Burden, right? When his voice changes?
Yeah. My bad, everybody. Now you listen to me on the mic. Before it was just the computer. But no, I'm happy for Naomi. She's been in the company since 2010. Long overdue. It was interesting. Though, because both the winners are people that have been there for a very long time. I'm not mad at it. I mean, with the Seth one, it fits the storyline and what they're trying to do. I just did think it was kind of interesting that they made such a big deal on Raw with Sammy and Punk, and he can't win. We got to stop him, and nobody showed up. Don't get me wrong. The Brawns fought the Samoans, or Fatu and Jeff Cobb or JC Mateo, but I mean, CM Punk didn't show up. Sammy didn't show up.
Well, I was confused on Monday Night Raw why Seth showed up to face off against Cena and Punk. Now with, I guess, Gunther winning the title from Jay, I guess there's going to be a change of storyline there, right?
Yeah, and let's talk about that. How do you feel about Gunther once again being the world champion defeating Jey Uso? And how do you feel about Jey Uso's run?
So I was watching Raw. I was watching it, passed out before the main event on my couch. Woke up to Gunther and Jay fighting. I thought I was watching a match from 2 weeks ago, so I turned it off.
Yeah, and then I called you and I said, "Hey, how do you feel? Gunther's a champion again." You're like, "Oh wait, that was the match."
I'm a big So I'm like, whatever. I've seen this match before. It's because the Slim Jim ring. I don't know why. I thought it was just an old ring, so I just turned it off. And then, you called me. You're like, I got to update this. I got to put Gunther's new title reign up. So much happened. I'm like, what? Gunther won? And I went back and watched it. And I think that might have been Jey Uso's best match in a very long time.
Listen, and like I know a lot of people are upset about it. I've never, even when Jay won the belt, I'm like, Jay's not a guy that needs to have an extremely long reign. The length of reigns don't really matter. I know it's impressive when someone holds it for a long time, like a Roman Reigns, like a Gunther, like CM Punk did for 434 days. Like it's cool, but I promise you, a lot of your favorites had short reigns. Yeah. Go watch Stone Cold Steve Austin's reigns. Go look at Randy Orton's reigns. Go look at John Cena's reigns. There's a lot of 1 month, 1 day, 1 week reigns. Charlotte Flair, how many times has she been cashed in on? You know what I mean? So it's like,
I think you're also risking that if they would have kept the title on this guy for too long, I think the fans eventually would have just gotten bored and tired of it. Now that the title's off this guy, I think the fans can just cheer him for what he got.
And I'm the number one. It's redundant. I say it all the fucking time. I don't like long babyface reigns. So I like the babyface to face adversity, have to fight back to get back to that spot. And I feel like that's what's going to happen here. Now, granted, I don't think Jay is going to go after Gunther again. I think they've wrestled each other like 6 times now. I think we move on. But now Jay chasing a title again just generally is a cool thing. I think Seth's going to be the champ at some point.
Yeah, so you don't like when people hold the title for a long time?
If they're baby faces.
If they're babyface, okay.
If they're a heel, I feel like I just like baby faces having to face adversity. If a babyface keeps winning, they become Hulk Hogan, they become John Cena. That's boring. If a heel like a Roman Reigns, a Hollywood Hogan, or like a bad guy holds the title for a long period of time, you're just waiting for him to lose it. When a babyface holds it, there's no adversity. There's no like.
So what's Gunther?
Chase. He's a bad guy.
Or is he gonna go babyface?
No, want some fantasy booking on the TWC show? What I think is going to happen is I think that Gunther is going to lose to Sami Zayn at SummerSlam.
Okay. I
think Sami wins this King of the Ring thing, and he faces Gunther, and he does a thing. And then maybe Jay turns because he's mad Sami won it. Maybe. Because that's the one thing that I am disappointed about with Jay losing the belt is this whole time I thought Sami was going to turn on Jay, and they were going to have a match.
Yeah. Well, now Sami can beat Gunther, I guess. And then Karrion Kross can get involved then.
Yeah, and then also, like, I hate the whole idea because this also, like, as much as I'm not mad that Gunther won and I'm not mad that he's the champion again, I said that I feel like they booked themselves in a position with Gunther where they don't know how to book him when he doesn't have a title. They don't know what to do with him if he's not some sort of champion. If he's not the Intercontinental Champion or the World Champion, they don't know how to book him. I know I'm going to piss off some people from saying this, but and I had a whole argument about this on my IG Live with Donnie from the Huge Pop Show and something else. That whole Pat McAfee shit meant nothing, did nothing, added nothing to anybody. Like, it doesn't make Pat McAfee this competitor that's going to wrestle now. It didn't do shit for Gunther. He won the title again. That's what they did during this period of time he didn't have the belt. And the next thing he did was, I'm coming back for Jay. They don't know how to book Gunther without the belt.
Yeah, it was tough to watch because it made no sense. And we discussed that a while ago.
No, I had people fight with me like, it made sense. It's a good thing. It did this for Pat McAfee. And I'm like, there was no purpose of it. Like, it's okay. It was a good match, but there was no purpose of it. It was just to get a celebrity in the ring with Gunther and give him something to do. There was absolutely no purpose. In the long-term story of it all, it does nothing for Gunther's career. When you look back at that, you'll be like, oh yeah, he wrestled Pat, but it did nothing for Gunther, the character, his career story, nothing.
Who do you think booked that, The Rock?
I don't know. What happened to that guy? Where's that guy?
Isn't he
talking about The Rock, CM Punk? Always likes to bring up The Rock in his promos. Yeah, that bald fraud.
Always crying. Always.
The man that told The Miz to go suck some blood money dick because he was wrestling in Saudi Arabia, is now facing John Cena in Saudi Arabia for the WWE Championship.
The fans were chanting "sell out" to Punk, right? Not Cena.
No, they were chanting "sell out" to Cena based off the promo because they didn't know it was going to happen in Saudi until the end of the promo.
Listen, biggest Cena fan, but it's.
Oh, it's your guy versus my guy. I didn't even think about that. Your guy's going to win.
But who's your real guy and who's my real guy? That's the problem here, right?
What do you mean? Oh, I get what you're trying to say.
Right?
Who's actually the person?
But it just the Cena stuff is just way too scripted. Like when he's talking in his promos, he is reading lines like from a movie. Like he's playing a TV character. I mean, they're all playing TV characters, but it just feels like he's filming some sort of like skit or some TV show.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people are calling CM Punk a hypocrite for going over to Saudi and wrestling now. I don't know what the culture is over there or what's changed, but I'm telling you, he probably made a fat bag.
Of course.
He already said when he came back, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money.
Yeah.
And two, the way they played it where Cena's like, no, if you want to face me, you have to follow me to Saudi was kind of funny because they made it seem like heel John Cena's forcing him to come there. Even Cena posted on his Instagram The Miz wrestling in Saudi against Samoa Joe because that was the time when Punk said that. So it's just a coincidence. And then now I know all the AEW stands and all the CM Punk haters are going crazy on Twitter being like, well, look at this hypocrite. He sold out. He said he wouldn't wrestle in Saudi. Listen, wrestlers are humans. They do say hypocritical stuff. Listen, it's okay. Cody Rhodes said he would never go back to WWE again. AEW is his home. Mariah May said, all I ever wanted was to be in AEW from the moment I saw it. Wrestlers are workers. They're going to work you.
Of course they're going to work us. And just like CM Punk, he's a sellout and I'm a sellout.
And talking about workers, let's talk about this whole Ron Killing situation. Bro was released.
Yeah.
The fans chanted his name. We want truth. More importantly, and don't get me wrong, we are the voice of voices. Our voice did make a difference. Us talking about truth and people chanting and fighting for truth did make a difference. But obviously, more importantly, I think the biggest thing that made a difference was that locker room was angry about truth getting released, and they were mad about it. Everyone that's like works there was mad about it, and truth came back. It was not a work. And even if it was, and I from what I've heard and what I know from my sources, and I'm not a source guy, it was not a work. But whether it was or whether it wasn't, it doesn't matter. It's just cool that he's back. He's going to be playing a more serious character now. He cut his hair yesterday, freeing himself, and said he's Ron Killings. And we'll see how this run goes with him being serious, because I think a lot of the reason people really liked him on the fan side of things, not on the personal locker room side of things, is because he was entertaining and he was fun.
So don't you think it would have been better if he fought Cena as Ron Killings?
Maybe he gets another shot at it. Cena only has 19 dates left.
I know I keep predicting what Cena is going to end up doing for his final match. I think they're going to have one massive match where everyone he's wrestled throughout the year in this 10-man elimination match for the world title.
Is that what you think?
Yeah, that's what I think now. I thought he was going to beat...
I still think he has to turn babyface again before he retires, and we're running out of months. Where's Dwayne? Because my whole theory was the only way he turns babyface again is beating up Dwayne, and Dwayne just disappeared.
Dwayne is the biggest disappointment in wrestling at this moment right now.
He started all this stuff and then just canned it. There's something else I was going to say about the truth thing. And it's cool. The Raw promo was good. He's back. Whether it was a work or not a work, I don't know. But I will just say, I know I'm just intrigued to see how it plays out. He's going to be a serious character now. Like
we always say, I've got little opinions on what I watch. Of course, we got to express them. But
I don't have, I'm just gonna enjoy it either way. I don't really care.
Obviously, we're talking about it. I'm gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah, but, I'm just trying to let you guys know what happened here in the TWC show.
Not being here still bugs me a lot because Cena could have been booked way differently.
That one is annoying because it's like the whole story could have been different if Rock was still involved.
I would have been fine John Cena just losing everything until the end or chasing something and the fans getting behind it, because he still gets cheered every time he shows up. And then he makes a big, ungenuine promo. I hate you guys. Put down my towels. I'm making money off you. And the fans get louder and louder. I got
a question for you. Do you think, and I do remember what I was going to say about truth, but to this question first, do you think Cena's heel turn would have been better if The Rock did stick around and he was going to be around and Cena talked less and The Rock did more of the talking for Cena?
That would have been huge. And now looking back, I think Cena's heel turn would have been great if he just had a faction.
Yeah. Or just the involvement of The Rock sucks because the whole thing is just He never helped you. Wasn't there WrestleMania? You're just
No, like Cena's been winning matches on himself by himself, like low blowing guys. And what was this whole soul thing? It had, like I mentioned to you before, it had absolutely nothing to do with Cena. He just my soul.
Yeah, no, it didn't. It didn't. It almost seems like, and now Cody's back, and it just, and Cody coming back. I'm not gonna lie, Cody coming back and going straight into a tag match. That wasn't the vibe. You know what I mean?
Again, The Rock's left a sour taste in my mouth, and I'm sure with some others, and you know.
Two things I was gonna say that I missed. Then one, I think they did a good job of how Jay lost the belt because they made him go through a bunch of stuff before he lost the belt. Jimmy guys even warned him. Gunther even said it. He's like, "Oh, you're too busy defending or helping out Cody and helping out this person and fighting other people's battles. That's what's going to cost you the belt." And to the lead up to the match against Gunther, he was getting put through tables. He was getting beat up. He was fighting people. Made Jay look strong because he only lost because he was resting the whole time while Gunther was just chilling on the sidelines, resting up, preparing, getting ready. The second thing I was going to say, Triple H in the press conference, when someone asked him about the truth thing, said it's all part of the show. I want to remind people that Triple H is also a worker. He's not going to tell you the details. He doesn't need to tell you guys the details. We don't even really need to know the details, but don't take what he's saying as truth because he's a worker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all knew that, you know, he was gone. And looking back at it, I bet you there's probably some creative differences there too, right? R-Truth, one, probably didn't want the low contract that was being offered. And second, he probably is like, yeah, I'm tired of being this gimmick again. Like he's been doing the same stuff. So maybe they're like, okay, we'll bring you back and do something different with you.
Hence why he probably did take a lower pay. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just saying he probably did. Hypothetically, he might have. And then said, well, if I'm going to do that, I want one last run. I don't want to be the silly guy anymore. I want to be taken seriously.
Listen, if
Let
they
me
give
do wrong killings.
They should give Carlito a chance. Bring back the apple. Cool.
You know what? I miss Carlito in the Judgment Day segments because they're not funny anymore. They're too serious. They don't end with a funny note. Liv's just mad at Roxanne. Roxanne's mad at Liv. Finn's laughing because he knows what he's doing. It's not. And Carlito was the comic relief. You'd say the funny shit, you know?
Yeah. So I'll miss him on Judgment Day, but I'm sure Judgment Day will change again.
Yeah. Last but not least, I guess Nikki Bella's back. She got divorced. She owes her ex-husband a lot of money. So she's back to work. She's back to work. She's here for Evolution too. I'm just joking. I love you, Nikki. It was just a joke. But she's back for Evolution too. And right away in a program with Liv Morgan, I thought it was cool.
She said she got away lucky, right, for what she earns. I think who'd she tell? Deion Sanders that?
It's public knowledge. Not like I'm just saying this. Like she said, she's lucky. It could have been a lot worse. Her lawyer said she got away.
What if she's back for John Cena, and that's her next opponent?
No. One last match against John Cena.
Nikki Bella.
Just one more fight. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a good promo. But yeah, Money in the Bank. I know we started off with that, but the ending of Money in the Bank was okay. Happy Naomi won. Seth winning was pretty predictable. I can't remember what the other two matches were, or three.
The tag match, there was a Dominic match against the AAA guy. And then there was another match.
Tag match. Oh, okay, Jay. Oh, Damian Priest fight? No. Was he in the... I can't even remember if he was in the...
There was another match. We're so bad at this.
Jacob Fatu? No. Whatever.
I'll tell you right now.
We were checked out anyways.
Becky Lynch and Lyra. Bailey's back. That was cool.
Okay.
Bailey came back and attacked Becky. Becky's the Intercontinental Champion. I love that Becky came out there and she's like, what? No, you deserve a chance? She's leaning into the Becky Hogan stuff, and people are saying she's like...
Becky heel is way better than Becky face.
Yeah. And I feel like... And I know it's only for the hardcore marks that it matters. If you're just a casual fan tuning in, you don't know shit about what's going on in these people's personal lives. It's totally fine and normal. But I do feel like it just only makes sense that if Seth is a bad guy, Becky needs to be a bad person too, because then it's just weird. Because they're together. She's referencing her hot husband. You know what I mean? It's let them both be bad at the same time. Let them both be good at the same time.
I think they can add a woman to that faction.
No, for sure. And I think maybe it's somewhere down the road that might happen, right?
You think they'll add another member to Braun and what's his name, Bronson Reed? I think they can. No, you think this is it?
No, with a woman, I think so. I don't necessarily think they need to. I think we'll see around when November comes around, when War Games comes around, if that's when it's necessary to add members, right? But
when's Moxley's contract up?
he's not coming back. That guy's an AEW lifer. That guy loves that place. That guy's had a title in a briefcase for like 6 months. He's living the best life.
Is he still the champion?
He's doing a storyline that everybody hates, but just continues to do it.
Is he still the champion?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And he just probably gonna lose it to Hangman in Texas. And unless you're AEW faithful, I'm down with Hangman. That's fucking cool and shit. Should have been Darby. Should have been Osprey. Callis could have been Swerve. I'm not that invested in Hangman. I know everyone loves this millennial cowboy.
To talk good about AEW, it sucks. I will be a sellout.
Hey, the Hurt business is great. Okay, the Hurt Syndicate with MJF.
Listen, AEW sucks until Tony Khan pays me something. I will shit talk AEW, but until he pays me, I will sell out.
You're not a Mercedes money fan?
No, only you are.
So
I think you might be the only Mercedes money fan in the world at this point.
I am not. Okay, she is the GOAT. She's the best in the world. The GOAT of professional women's wrestling.
This is the GOAT. This is what she does.
Did you sign up for Elena Black's OnlyFans yet?
No. I got a lot of hate for mentioning that she was going to start OnlyFans.
Jakara Jackson opened her OnlyFans. You guys who support her. She's a baddie. Mara Sade.
So does Cora Jade have an OnlyFans up?
Yeah. So does Jakara Jackson. So does... They're making money. Let them make money. They're selling bikini pictures at a price. We should do that.
Drop a comment if you think you'd want to see us in bathing suits. New shorts.
Okay, that's how we have to end the episode because I don't know how to follow that up. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we enjoy you guys tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Listen to Just Yapping. You guys listened to a little bit of it this week. You guys decided to tune in this week, maybe because I was just bitching and complaining the whole episode. I don't know. But if that's what you guys like, is me coming on there and bitching and complaining.
We're going to be a little bit more emotional on that show.
Yeah. This week I might have a guest on Chucky Smooth to follow up on the Joe Alonzo one because the boy named Guru ruined our recording session on Saturday. We haven't seen SmackDown yet, so if you don't hear anything about SmackDown, I dropped this. No, I'll probably drop this tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday. I'll drop it before SmackDown, so then you guys will understand. And check out Rain City Toys, man. Check out all the toys behind them. Buy some stuff off them. Order some toys. If you're looking for something and you can't find it, whether it's an old WWF magazine, a Tori Wilson Playboy, some toys, some loose toys, this guy might have it.
Help this man.
Yeah, the modern day Maharaja. Where's our wedding invite, Raj?
Promise me, man. Find that ring. Get an invite to Florida or Calgary. Desi, man, come on, man. I build on us.
Well, I've come to terms that I don't get invited to weddings. I guess people just don't want me at the weddings. Anyways, keep doing the thing. We'll see you guys all next week later. That's our update. And we'll have a Mariah May episode so you guys can know the story, since a lot of you have been asking, wait, how long have you known her for? I will tell you. And we'll do that later. You guys keep doing the thing. See you all later.